All right, all right. Welcome. Welcome to Showboating Sports. I'm your host, Scott Free, here tonight. Tonight, we're going to talk about AJ, Anthony Joshua, requesting to fight Deontay Wilder. So, we're going to talk about that tonight. And we're going to dig deep into that because it's a lot of things I want to talk to about that because I'm kind of excited about it. Happy about it. So what I'm going to do before we go any further, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be going live most nights throughout the week, Monday through Friday. We'll go at nights at 10 p.m. And we're going to have like a recap of the day. We're going to talk about things that happened throughout the boxing day and throughout the boxing week and some of the news stories and just our thoughts on boxing in general. I am definitely a boxing fanatic. And I love talking about boxing. Even though my views gets me into a lot of trouble, but I can handle it. Your boy can handle it. I want all the smoke. So like I said, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. I'm going to put the number right now on the screen. So if someone wants to call in and sound off, they can. I'm going to put this number right up on the screen. And you guys can remain anonymous if you don't want to say your name, which is fine. It's fine by me. But if you want to say who you are, you want to go out there and put it out there for the world to hear it, then here you go. So I'm going to put this up on the screen. The number is 954 208 3312 3312. There we go. I don't think it went in. Hold on. I don't think it went in. Let's see. See where we are. You know what? They're showing my top chats. Let me get this in here. I'm going to have to go in there and put it in there myself because, like I said, I got a new system out. And so we're going to go ahead and just throw that in on the chat itself. And that way I can lock it in up top. Like I said, I got a new system. And I want to put it in. But anyway, so here it is. Right now we're putting it up. It's up. I'm putting call in. And there we go. And we're going to pin that message to the top. So the number to the top, so the number to the show is 954-408-3312. And so we're going to keep on going to the show until we get a caller. But like I said, Anthony Joshua has said that he wants to fight Deontay Wilder. Now, I had a problem with Anthony Joshua a while back because Anthony Joshua was ducking Deontay Wilder. I mean, there's no other way to put it. He was ducking Deontay Wilder, and to me, it was pathetic. And I just didn't. Hold on, let me get this right. Okay. Yeah, I think it was pathetic. I think that he was dodging the guy. He tried to put it out there like he wasn't dodging him. And in fact, that's exactly what it was. He was dodging the guy. He also put out there, he said that he would fight Deontay Wilder for $50 million. And the funny thing is, lo and behold, Deontay Wilder went back to Al Heyman and PBC, and he had the $50 million. So he went back to Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua and said, hey, I got the money. I'm ready to fight. And guess what happened? Anthony Joshua said, I will not, and he stumbled when he said it. He said, I will not be selling my belt for that. And so I actually think that was the truth when he said, I won't be selling my belt for that, because I think he knew deep down inside Deontay Wilder was going to put that KO on him. You know what I mean? Deontay Wilder wasn't no joke, man. I don't think AJ could have stood up to that kind of punishment. I really don't. But nevertheless, he said that Deontay Wilder and them, Eddie Hearn, when he came out and had an interview, his thoughts were that they wanted to see the money. They wanted to make sure that they had the money. And they were like, they wanted to see some sort of a good faith letter, or good faith, or saying that they had it. They wanted to show proof. A proof of funds is really what it was. Not good faith. A proof of funds is what it was that he wanted to show. But this is coming from Floyd Mayweather and Al Heyman. And so how much more do you need them to show? But then Eddie moved past that. And here we are today. We're years past. AJ was knocked out by Andy Ruiz. And now he's been beat by Usyk. So Deontay Wilder lost twice to Tyson Fury. So now here we are now. We're right here. I still want to see the fight. the fight is not as nice as it should have been, as it could have been with two undefeated fighters fighting for undisputed. But I think at this point, AJ has lost twice. And at this part in his career, it's like, hey, what do I have to lose? And Deontay Wilder is coming off of a loss. If Tyson Fury can beat him and knock him out, so can I. I just don't think that Anthony Joshua has what it takes to put Deontay Wilder down on his back. I don't think he's going to use all the tactics and have all the things that he had, that Tyson Fury had in front of him, because the first fight, I think that Tyson Fury lost the first fight. I think that they gave him a gift when they allowed him a few extra seconds to get up off the mat. A lot of people say it wasn't controversial, but it still was a good match. I still had Deontay Wilder winning that match, and I think the match should have been called off because it was a knockout. I don't think that he should have got that much time down there. I don't think it should have been a draw. A lot of people say they think it should be a draw, but when you really look at the fight, I think Tyson Fury landed like 7 more punches or 13 more punches, something like that. I don't know. I'm kind of foggy because it's been so long ago. Second match, I don't know what was wrong with Deontay Wilder. His legs, his ear was bleeding. They called that out. So Tyson Fury won. I think Fury cheated. I think Fury is one of the biggest cheats out there. I think the third fight, I don't think Fury had. I think he was under a microscope. So I give Fury that credit. I mean, you have to. And Fury went to war with Deontay Wilder. He got knocked down twice. He got up, and he knocked out Deontay Wilder. I think Deontay Wilder was a little tired in the fight. I don't know what it was, what the true thing was. But my opinion is I think that Malik Scott put the extra weight on him. They did a lot of working out. And Deontay came in at I think it was 139, 129, 139, something like that. He was well over. I think he was a little too big. He was much too big. I think he should have lost a little bit of that muscle mass. I think the extra weight that he was carrying around tired him out. I think that was the wrong game plan. And plus, Tyson Fury was using the puncher's gloves. He was using the horsehair gloves to try to make his punches be more effective. And I think Deontay Wilder deciding to use those same gloves was not smart on his end, because with being a big puncher like himself, I thought that he could injure his hands. And lo and behold, he went in and he broke his finger. He broke it in two. I think he broke it in 2 places, I think. But anyway, he broke his finger, and he still fought all the way to the end until he was carried out. He went out on his shield. And I take my hat off to him. I don't think it took a lot out of him. A lot of people saying they think he should retire. I don't think he should retire. I think that what Deontay Wilder needed to do is go take a rest. I think that he needs to get back in the gym, running and getting back in shape. I think he needs to get his weight down. I don't think Deontay Wilder is as effective at 139 as he is at 112. I don't think he should go in as light as 112, but I think he should go in about, not 112, I'm sorry, 239. My bad. 239 pounds. I think he's more effective at 212, 215. I would think Deontay Wilder should come in at 220 to the most. I think that would give him an extra little bit of weight to him. I wouldn't put him in no more than 225, but I would see how he does in training camp. I would see how he's carrying that weight around as he's running and doing his cardio. But I also think that he needs to be down in weight. I don't think you need to put that weight on him. And I understand why they did. I think they put that weight on. They said they put that weight on him so when Tyson Fury is putting his weight on Wilder and resting on Wilder, Wilder will be bucked up enough to handle Tyson Fury's weight. I think with just the sheer power that Deontay Wilder had, I think that with less weight, he would have been more energetic. He wouldn't have been tired. He also shouldn't have chosen the horsehair gloves. He should have protected his hands because he is a true knockout artist. I don't think he needed any more help with that. I think it did exactly what it done to him. It broke his fingers. But so I don't think he should go that route if he fights Anthony Joshua. Now, thinking about Anthony Joshua, I think that what he actually definitely needs to do is he definitely needs to box. I think he needs to use his jab. But we're going to do more of a fighter breakdown as if the fight comes to fruition. And I think that if that fight does, like I said, I'll be happy to see it. I think it's long overdue. I don't think that it's past its appeal. I don't think it's past its appeal, but I do think that it was a little bit late but better late than never. I think that at this point, I think that Anthony Joshua doesn't have anything else to lose. Usyk is over there fighting a war, and how else can he get another big payday? Who would you want Anthony Joshua to see Anthony Joshua fight when Anthony Joshua doesn't even have the belts? The only person right now that's holding the belt is Tyson Fury, because Usyk is holding the belt, but he's over at war, and I don't think they're going to strip him right now. I think they want to see exactly what Russia is going to do right now. Is Russia going to pull out of Ukraine? What will they do before they make any kind of moves on Usyk, which I think they should. I think they should give Usyk the benefit of the doubt. He just fought less than a year ago. I think they need to wait to see exactly what's the next move of Russia going to be before they end up stripping Usyk. I think they should give the guy a benefit of the doubt on that one of saying, we'll wait, we'll see what the next move is. In the meantime, Tyson Fury has a belt. I don't think Tyson Fury is rushing to go fight Anthony Joshua because it's not for undisputed. Anthony Joshua has been beat. I think Deontay Wilder is really Anthony Joshua's best bet if he's looking for a large payday. I think that fight at this point of Wilder's career and AJ's career, I think it's the perfect fight. Both of these guys are coming off of losses. Both of these guys have a lot to lose. You lose again, you're going to fall further down. I think that it'll put Deontay Wilder back in a position, because he beats AJ. I think it puts him back in a position where he can become mandatory, even though it wasn't a mandatory thing. It was a rematch clause in there. To fight Usyk. AJ had a rematch clause in there, and I think that with him losing, that'll kill that rematch. I think it definitely puts Wilder back in the driver's seat to fight Usyk and maybe get those 3 belts and get back to glory. Now, if AJ wins, then it also puts AJ that he defeated another great fighter. Deontay Wilder lost, but he went out on his shield. 3 great fights. All 3 of those fights were really great, amazing fights that will go down in history. You know, it had everything you're looking for on that fight. It had brutal knockouts. It had a nice build-up. It had controversy. It had everything at making a great fight, a legendary fight. You had in the third fight, both fighters go down on their back. They both got back up, got knocked down again, got back up again, and fought all the way to the end. Both of them were tired. Deontay Wilder was more tired than Tyson Fury, but he showed tremendous heart. Tyson Fury showed tremendous heart. Tyson Fury stayed in there. And the thing that you can honestly say about Tyson Fury, you knock that guy down, he gets right back up. And the dude fights so clear-headed that it's amazing. I do not know how Tyson Fury gets knocked down, but gets back up. I mean, he gets back up like he's never been knocked down. I haven't seen him get up and be a little groggy. It's like he takes a punch from Deontay Wilder like it was a flash knockdown and gets back up and able to perform like he was before he got knocked out. It's amazing. I just don't I don't know how the guy does it. I'm amazed by it, and I love it because I actually love it. I actually love that he gets back up and he fights clear-headed and he gets back out there. I think it's amazing. I love it. And like I said, it's going to go down in history. So with that being said, you have Deontay Wilder. Like I said, he went out on his shield. He gave it his all. And he did everything that he was supposed to do to try to win that fight. He didn't do like Chris Colbert. He didn't get knocked down and start trying to survive. Deontay Wilder was like, let me go out on my shield, and that's what he did. And I think with that loss, it earned a lot of respect for people who didn't respect Wilder in the beginning. I've always had respect for Wilder. I don't look at Wilder as being someone who has conned his way to the top. All the people they put in front of him, he about knocked everybody out. He was willing to fight everybody. Wilder didn't have anything in his head where he wanted to where he wanted to duck somebody. Sorry about that. Where he wanted to duck somebody. Wilder wanted all the fights. He wanted all the smoke. And I think with a lot of people that hated on Wilder because of his skin complexion or just because he was an American fighter and was good at what he was doing, there was a lot of people that kind of hated on him. And I think with some of those people, he got a lot of respect out of those people. So I think now that people appreciate the greatness of Wilder, that everything he said, he meant it. He went in, he fought his heart out, he gave it his all. And with that level of respect that he's getting from other people, and I'm not going to say just boxing fans, because you got a lot of casual fans out there too that are not deep into boxing. I think he earned respect from those casual fans. And with that being said, I think that everybody should approve or will approve of this fight. I think it's a great fight. I think it's a good comeback fight for both people. Deontay has been out ever since he broke his hand back the end of last year, towards the end of last year when he fought Tyson Fury and was knocked out. You know, they make you, after a brutal fight like that, they make you sit out 6 months. Plus, he needed to sit out 6 months anyway to let his hand heal and get his head back together. But I don't think Deontay Wilder is at a point where it should be taken into question whether he should keep fighting or not. I think that if he wants to fight, which I don't think it should be out the table, that he had a brutal fight. Most of his fights throughout his career have been knockouts. He has bulldozed his way over people. And Deontay has beat a lot of good fighters. I know a lot of people would debate that, but you can't have everybody on your resume to be a Hall of Fame fighter, because there's not a lot of Hall of Fame fighters out there right now. Everybody right now is working on becoming a Hall of Fame fighter. You understand what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out there right now that's fighting, that's got a lot of good skills, but they need a lot of these boxers need each other. And Anthony Joshua needs Deontay Wilder, vice versa. They needed Tyson Fury to be in there. They needed Big Baby Miller. Well, Dillian White, even though Dillian White is really the PED king, and I don't approve of a lot of those failed drug tests that he's had. I don't approve of that. But they all need each other. Stavern, they need AJ, they need Usyk, they need Andy Ruiz. But really what needs to happen now is those guys that took a loss, to Andy Ruiz, the Deontay Wilder, the AJs, Chisors, all of them need to be fighting each other. And what I mean by that is, I don't think Deontay Wilder needs to go back to some of the people he's already fought, but I think he needs to get in the mix. I'd like to see him with AJ. I'd like to see him with Andy Ruiz. I'd like to see Andy Ruiz back in there. I'd like to see him with, I'd like to see Andy Ruiz fight King Kong Ortiz. I think that's who he needs to fight. I also would like to see Deontay Wilder, AJ fight. I'd like to see AJ fight King Kong. I love to see him fight Ortiz. I love to see AJ fight him. I think a lot of people ducked him. I think he's getting up in age. I think that, you know, he's still a threat. But I would love to see that fight. I want you guys to tell me in the comment section what you think of what you guys think about the fight. I think it's one of those fights that is a necessary fight, AJ and Wilder. I would love to see it. Like I said, as the fight, as we hear more and the story comes out, I'll be doing videos on it and I'll let you guys know more about it. But also, once we get closer to the fight, I'll do a breakdown. So I'll save all that for later. But like I said, it's been rumored, and it's saying, AJ has said it, but like I said, it's rumor. And the reason why I say it's rumor that he want to fight, I don't put anything past Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua that they wouldn't use something like this for clout. I'm not going to put it on them that it is, because I think at this point, I think AJ needs another big name to get another big payday, because other than that, he'll be waiting on Usyk, and he can't afford to sit out. AJ has had a lot of time sitting out, and I think he needs to get back to it to sharpen his skills. And I think Wilder sat out a little bit, but I think it's about time for him to come on back in, because he's waiting his 6 months that he has to sit out, plus letting his hand heal. So I think it's a great fight. So that's straight up, guys, no chaser. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. Tomorrow night around 10 p.m., we'll be going on back live again. I think that we'll start doing these lives and find out what other people what other people think. You know, get your take on it. And I will have a call line in tomorrow night where you guys can call in, and you can remain anonymous, or you can put your name out there. And I'd like to hear your guys' take on it. But like I said, a straight up no chaser, guys. Put your comment in the comment section. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. So when I come back live again, or when I put my videos out, you guys will be the first one to be notified if you hit the bell icon. So make sure you guys hit the bell icon and share the video. Share it with your friends. And let me know what you guys think. So until next time, guys, that was straight up no chaser, and I'm out.